Okay, next step of the process is coating the screens. This is our scoop coater. It's got two edges on it, a thicker edge and a thinner edge. Because we run a lot of water-based, we run ours with a thin edge on this one. So typically when we coat, we're going to do them in batches of dozens, because that's what fills up our wall rack to dry them with. So we want to do full batches and be as efficient as possible. This bucket that sits up here, this is our bucket of emulsion. The emulsion we use is CCI BPR. Should look nice and good and not have a bunch of chunks or discoloration on the top. So you're just going to dump this into the scoop coater, fill that up. And you do get better at staying clean with this after you've done it for a while, but you will get messy a little bit sometimes when you're first starting out. Never done this before. So the screen goes up this way, lean against the wall, put the back against these blocks so it holds it nice and flat. You are going to coat, again, with the thin side on the outside or the substrate side of the screen to start. And I'm not going to use a ton of pressure, but I'm also going to hold it nice and firm up against there. So it takes a while to get that speed and pressure right with this, and it's fine when you're starting out. Often people use too much pressure and they get like this chatter going up there, and it looks like a tiger stripe pattern that gets in there. That means they've used too much pressure. But once you've done this many thousands of times, you get really good and really even at it. So I'm just going to take that edge and put it up against the screen and roll it forward till the bead of emulsion hits the screen mesh, and then I'm going to start my journey up. Somewhere about right in here, I'm going to start tilting the scoop coater back. Now I have to do the inside or the squeegee side. You want to make sure when you flip the screen to do the inside, you flip it end to end and not side to side. That helps the emulsion lock in properly. And then we do the same thing on the inside, just like that. And now we're going to put it in the rack to store dry, and we're going to store the screens with the shirt side down like this. That way the emulsion now travels to the outside of the screen, and the stencil or the gasket is on the outside, not the inside of the screen. So that's how you do it. You just keep on going through the whole stack. Smooth, even coating, nice, uniform, because that's going to make a good even stencil for when we're printing, and keep the thickness of the stencil the same the entire way across. So once we're done coating, we just want to scoop the emulsion back into the bucket, grab a card, and anything that's still left in there that's liquid will just right back in the bucket. That, and then this will get taken out to the sink and get washed, and you want to wash it right away before it starts drying up. Also get the lid right on the bucket, make sure you got that down good. If you got a lot of like crazy drips or anything, you know, on the side of the bucket, you know, we'll wipe that off just so it doesn't get too messy, but that's it. If there's just a few small ones, it's not a big deal to dry up, but anything that is excess left over, we can certainly reuse, and it's still good.